I had been bound to Ryan Hardin for 9 years. He was a pure-blood alpha, the leader of the Silverfang pack, and I had been chosen as nothing more than a temporary Luna, a political pawn meant to steady the pack's power. In those 9 years, he betrayed me countless times. The first time, on my birthday, he announced that the celebration belonged to another she-wolf he had just met. The second time, I brewed medicine for his injuries, only to be accused by the elders of bewitching the alpha pack. The third time, I was 3 months pregnant. He stood there and watched as his more than contempt. Last night, at the Silverfang Pack's full moon feast, he openly held a young Omega's hand, while I sat abandoned at the far end of the Alpha's table.
Don't forget, your Luma title is only temporary.
Prepare tea for the council. Now.
I'm sorry, Alpha. That is no longer my duty. Perhaps he had forgotten. We were never bound by a mate mark. Ours was an agreement, nothing more. Today is the third to last. In 3 days I will leave this pack, and this time when I walk away, I will never return.
Then don't ever do it again.
I refused his command without hesitation. Ryan Hardin froze. In the 9 years of our agreement, it was the first time I had ever dared to tell him no. His brows furrowing.
Daisy boiled. Have you lost your mind, or is that unstable wolf of yours acting up again?
My wolf roared inside me, furious and restless, but I kept my face calm as I met his gaze. After a long silence, he grew uneasy under my stare and finally snapped.
Fine. If you refuse to do it, then don't ever do it again. And don't expect me to ever share a meal with you again. Bring breakfast.
When the food was laid out, Claire Lambert, the Omega he had brought home last night, walked straight to the Luna's seat and sat down as if she owned it. That seat belonged only to the true Luna. Even without his mark, it had always been mine under our agreement. A sudden touch on my arm pulled me from my thoughts. Now she leaned back gracefully, a mocking smile playing on her lips. This seat is far more comfortable than yours. Ryan did not stop her. His silence was permission. I lifted my eyes and replied evenly. Then enjoy it while you can. Throughout breakfast, my chest felt hollow, as if something had been carved out of it. Yet my mind was fixed on only one thing: where I would go once this contract ended. A sudden touch on my arm pulled me from my thoughts. I looked up to find Ryan standing over me, his expression dark. What is it? His eyes searched mine, sharp and suspicious.
What were you thinking about just now? I called your name, and you didn't hear me.
I looked away, my voice calm and indifferent. I was thinking about what I will do next. I want to work outside the pack. His lips curved into a cruel smile.
And what could you possibly do, Daisy? Train that pathetic wolf of yours? Or waste your time with those useless herbs?
The insult rolled off his tongue with ease, but it no longer pierced me. Perhaps I had simply grown numb. 9 years by his side had stripped me of myself, leaving nothing but a shadow trailing behind him. I had long forgotten the girl I once was, bright, ambitious, and full of ideas. 9 years ago, when my grandfather was taken away to the silver mines, Ryan appeared with an offer. He gave me $1 million. But the price was binding myself to him under a contract, a convenient stand-in to strengthen his position against the Campbell pack. For my grandfather's sake, I agreed. For 9 years, Ryan brought she-wolves into our home one after another, each of them resembling the girl he truly loved, his childhood sweetheart. And I was nothing more than a placeholder, a forgotten substitute, a contract Luma in name alone.
Daisy!
Ryan barked, snapping me from my thoughts. I rose and met his eyes. I want to work outside the pack. Beautiful. It suits you well. He scoffed, his laugh sharp and cruel.
You? At best, you'd be nothing more than a servant to the Campbell pack. Even Claire Lambert is worth more than you.
Before his words faded, Claire lifted her slender wrist for all to see. Alpha, isn't this jewelry better suited for a true mate? It was a set of blue diamond jewels worth $300,000, once crafted for his deceased beloved. For 9 years, he had forbidden me to even touch them. Now, he fastened them around Claire's wrist himself, his touch tender, his expression solemn. In werewolf culture, an alpha bestowing such treasures was almost like performing a half-mating ritual. The servants whispered, their eyes flicking to me in uneasy silence. Claire turned, her eyes gleaming with triumph. The alpha said this jewelry has finally found its rightful owner. I only smiled, my gaze calm. Beautiful. It suits you well. She faltered, clearly not expecting serenity from me. But I had already lowered my gaze, the truth etched into my heart. This bond had become a grave long ago, and I would be the one to walk out of it. In 3 days, the agreement would end. I would pack my things, leave the Silverfane pack, and return to the secluded herbal academy. Thank you, Daisy. I had barely lain down when Ryan sent me a voice message.
Claire needs a ride to Silverfan Club. Take her there.
I frowned and replied impatiently. Can't she just get a ride herself? It was the second time I had turned down one of his orders today. I could hear the irritation in his voice.
Can't you even do one small task?
Not wanting to argue, I relented. Only then did he sound satisfied.
See? Was that so hard?
By the time I changed and headed downstairs, Ryan was already outside in the courtyard. Standing beside him was Claire, wearing a low-cut top.
Hurry up. Claire has somewhere to be. Don't keep her waiting.
Claire flashed me a smile. Thank you, Daisy. I yanked the wheel hard, but it was too late. Then she turned, making her way to the car. Her words dripping with sarcasm. Sorry. Alpha Ryan just couldn't keep his hands off me. Honestly, it's exhausting. I stayed silent. That only seemed to fuel her. You really don't understand what he wants. You're dull and flat. No wonder he never wants to sleep with you. I said nothing for the entire ride, and eventually, she ran out of steam. I yanked the wheel hard, but it was too late.